Chatot here, and welcome to another, well, backed by popular demand, Would You Rather? Now, I did one of these around about 6 months ago, and if you haven't seen the first episode of this, link down in the description below. But the basic premise, guys, it's a website, anybody can play this. So, again, if you guys want to have a go at this, again, link down in the description. But it is a free game, basically. It's not even a game, really. It's just, would you rather? As in, would you rather do A or B? And then fun and randomness explodes from the mind and imagination, as you can imagine. So, lots of people seem to enjoy it, so I just thought I'd do a part 2 of this. And shall we just get on with it? And also, let me know in the comments below of what questions you answered that were with me or weren't, or were against me, or you think I'm crazy for answering something wrong. But it's not wrong, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get on with the game. So the first question that's come up, this is second question actually technically because I did the other one last time, was would you rather be trapped in a sandstorm or be trapped in a snowstorm? Now now for those of you who, because I know a couple of you living in America and some of you haven't been with snow. Snow's usually every year in the UK, at least briefly, and it's pretty, but a snowstorm, and I haven't been in a sandstorm, but I know sandstorms can be pretty brutal as well. So let's go over the positives and the negatives. Okay, so sandstorm, usually in a desert, so it's warm. Except for when it's at night, because deserts can get deceivingly cold at night. So it depends if it's at night. And also snowstorms, obviously, winter, it's cold, it's going to be really freezing. I mean, you could escape from both, you just dig a hole, but I think I'd rather be in the warm. But the sandstorm is like sandpaper, so it really it would kill my skin, definitely, if I didn't dig like a burrow or pitch a tent in time. But in the snow, again, same sort of thing happens with me in winter. Winter and me don't agree. My skin starts falling off because my skin's so damn sensitive, and then we got the same problem. Unless it's Sandstorm the song, you know, if for those who haven't heard it, like we said, that song, that's Sandstorm, then I could cope with that. So I think after that long debate on the first question, I think I'm going to click Sandstorm. Only 33% went Sandstorm. Fair play. I can see why, because yeah, it is like abrasive, but yeah, I don't like the cold. So there you go, that's my justification for it. Next question. Would you rather get paid to read every book or get paid to watch every TV show? Ooh, interesting question. Okay, I like these interesting questions it's coming up with. Get paid to read every book or get paid to read every TV show? Now, I'm assuming, is this in the world for a start? So, the reason I asked that, because if I get paid to read every book or TV show, obviously that means I'm going to be watching shows in other languages and reading books in other languages, which, if that's the case, it would have to be the TV show, because at least you can get it subbed in English. So technically you're doing a bit of reading there anyway. So if that's the case, because I'm not a big reader, I'm dyslexic, so I was kind of put off reading from a very young age. However, I do appreciate books, and the books that I do read, I love to bits. There's one of my favourite books is called The Other Wind. It made me cry. It was a beautiful story. I loved it. It was fantasy. It was awesome. And I'm still reading the other books that go alongside with it, as well as there are There was another book as well called Cleo about a cat that made me cry as well. So there are books that have proper pulled at my heartstrings. So it's not, but reading isn't like the thing that I do. I don't watch a lot of TV either, to be honest. So I think the easier option for me to do would be to watch TV. But I would have to do stuff at the same time as watching it, because I'm not particularly a couch potato at all. I'm very active, so I guess TV. I think a lot of people, 77% would do that. Books, if you're really into books, then yeah, but like I said, if it's all around the world, I mean, you could get them translated, but it's just difficult, isn't it? So it's the easier one. Okay, this is a weird one. Would you rather control the emotions of those around you or control the weather? So is this like, so I'm assuming this is like some sort of superpower. Control the emotions of those. This is going on to the territory then. In that sense, control the emotions of those around you. So it's manipulation really, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Especially, and it goes on to the thing of making somebody love you, and or praising you, or basically worshipping you like a god. Yeah, like having admiration for you and stuff. I don't know. Again, it doesn't feel right to me. I think I'd rather control the weather. I mean, yes, you could get people like always happy around you, but it'd be fake and it wouldn't be real, and that's just not cool in my books. I don't think that's cool. I'd rather control the weather because it means I can make it sunny, but I can also give rain when it needs it. Yeah, I think I would rather control the weather. Yet there's more people who rather control people's emotions. I don't like that though. That's just, no, it's wrong. Don't do that, people. If you've got the power to do that, don't do it. It's not cool. That's not cool. Right. Here we go. Would you rather always wear a top hat or always wear a giant clock necklace? So the giant clock necklace is going to be like the wrapping side of things. Or would I wear... So I have to wear them forever, I guess. I guess that's going to be the rule. Have to wear them forever. Wherever I go, gotta wear them. So if I'm going to a wedding, have to wear it. If I'm going to a funeral, have to wear it. If I'm going to an interview, have to wear it. If I have to go and do my job, have to wear it. What's more inconvenient? Giant clock. So I'm saying if it's giant, it's going to be at least like, what? This big? That's giant, right? To be honest, I'm little, I'm petite, everything's giant to me. Yeah, I would say about that big's giant, right? So top hat. Top hats are usually like, what? That big? That big. Like, so it'd be about here. Right. Well, I am British. So I could pair, like a little owl, yeah. I could be like, Spiffing Poppet, how you doing day, love? I like that idea. Plus, apparently I'm a very big hat person. Apparently hats go very, very well with me. So, at least, but with the giant clock, I'd know what time it is. But, if I had to constantly wear it, as in sleep in it, ooh, the ticking could keep me... No, sorry, hat all the way. Hat all the way. Everyone else agrees with me. Hat all the way, because the ticking will keep me up at night. No, that ruined it. That definitely ruined it. Right. Oh, this one's an easy one. If you were a pirate, would you rather... There's no even need... No. I'd have a talking parrot. I'm Chatty Chatot. I have a Chatot as my logo. Chatot in the name. Parrot. All the way. Yes. And also, Pokemon. Seriously, if Chatot isn't in the new game, I'm going to be seriously unhappy. Chatot must make the new decks, please. God. Oh, well, we'll see soon enough. It's around the corner. Right. Here's an interesting one. Sorry, I was just flicking through a couple because some of them I have done before. Would you rather have anything you write become truth, or all you know, or know all the truths there are now? That's interesting. So basically, all the truths that there are now, so that's knowledge. So everything that's true, I would know all. But that's like, so in scientific terms, so here's an example. So this is true, this is a fact, which is we technically have not 1, not 2, but 3 moons going around our planet, or satellites as you call them. So there's our main moon, there's the moon that sort of goes in an ellipse, so we don't actually see it, and there's one that goes around a farther orbit that sort of trails behind us. Again, we don't see it, but they're technically moons, but that is true, that is a fact. Go Google it. But that would be, but as soon as it was, because see, the thing with science is, it's true until proven wrong. So that means I could know all the rubbish theories that aren't true. Like, for example, the world is flat. But it isn't flat, it's technically not round, actually. That's not true either. It's like a weird sort of, yeah, it's not precisely round, but you get the idea. Or have anything you write become true. Now that could be exploited. That could be exploited because you could make yourself a lottery winner overnight. You could write that you won the lottery and you would become more than a millionaire, billionaire overnight if you really wanted. Or you could say you inherited. Oh, that's dangerous stuff though, because if you wrote it wrong, there'd be a consequence with that, wouldn't there? Because if you wrote it wrong, then, like if you inherited it, for example, then one of your family members might kick it, which isn't. Yeah, and then it's all your fault. That's dangerous power. I think I'd rather have anything that I write to become truth. Just because. Because you could take it. Just because it would definitely make my life better. Like I could make my channel a lot, like have more subs. Or, who knows. So it's basically power or knowledge, isn't it, really? You know what? I think I would... Oh, this is so hard because part of me wants to do that and part of me wants the other one. It's like both sides of my brain are like fighting. I think I write becomes... That can be also very dangerous, actually, if I'm just doing general writing. Yeah, that sucks, actually, because if I'm writing... I do a bit of writing just because, obviously, if you think about it, birthday cards, yeah, things... If you write it wrong, it could go disastrous, couldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that could be... Yeah, no, I'd rather go for the knowledge. I can see why people did that, but you haven't thought of the consequences, people. Things could go so wrong if you're not careful, which I don't trust my dyslexia as far as I can throw it. Just, no. I think we've got time for just a couple more. Would you rather be known for something good, etc., being a really wise person, or be known for something great, like curing cancer? Ooh, this is like a... I'm going to guess where the majority went. I think the majority went for the curing cancer thing. Now, what would I actually go for? Be known for being something good, like a really wise person. I mean, everybody wants to be able to help. But I'm quite a modest person. I don't like being in the spotlight in particular. So I think for me personally, I'd rather be known as something good. Like I do a good deed or something like that. I'd rather do that. Yeah, there you go. I was right. It's just, you know, really, you need to be doing it for the right reasons rather than just the gratitude of it, because then you'll never get anywhere, in my opinion. But I can see why some people would do that. Right. Here's a horrible one. Would you rather, let's get some horrible ones in. Would you rather pull all of your toenails out? Oh no. Or pull all of your hair out? Oh. I've already thought of the logic behind this. Now, every hair. Now, I don't know whether you can tell. Now, don't take this the wrong way. I'm furry. But I'm like covered in like peach fuzz. So all my hair's on my arms. So I'm quite furry. You can't see. So, and obviously all of this. I'm gonna say pull all of your toenails out. Just toenail. Now, that would suck. Don't get me wrong. Now, here's why I would choose that. Here's why. Because pulling out all your hair out is technically... Well, your cuticles, your nails are actually made out of the same material your hair is. So technically, if you chose pulling out all your hair, you'd have to pull your fingernails and your toenails out. So I'd rather get it. And my toenails are terrible anyway, and they're not particularly great. I hate my feet. My feet are just, yeah. So I'd rather get it over with. It would bleed. It would hurt. It would be sore. My feet are sore and horrible anyway, so I think I'd rather do that. It would hurt, but there's less. Yeah. I'm surprised a lot of people went for the hair pulling out thing. That, yeah. Let's move on because it's making me go funny. Okay, gaming question. So, a horde of 400 zombies is quickly approaching. Would you rather fight the zombies alongside a dragon? You are using a crossbow. Okay. Or fight the zombies alongside four gorillas. You are using an assault rifle. Well, I know the easier option. It would be that one, wouldn't it? But then again... They've both got... You've got a rifle. However, you can run out of... Well, both can run out of ammo, actually, can't you? But at least you can retrieve... You can retrieve the bolts from the crossbow. Also, you can use... If you distract the dragon, you can use its fire to set them on fire. So it's at least doing some damage to them. But the gorilla wouldn't... Well, it would get infected itself, surely. And then that's just one big, massive problem. Because guns aren't... You can put as many guns as you want. As long if you don't hit the head of it, which gorilla skulls, if I remember rightly, are thicker... You're gonna have a bit of a problem on your hands if it turns into a zombie. Same with the dragon, really, but it's flying. I'm thinking Game of Thrones. It's flying, so that's the only problem with it, though, because crossbow's going to be a pain to try and take it down. But I think you could take it down. Oh, I clicked the wrong one, but I was going to go for the dragon. But yeah, but 60%. I would have been my job. I clicked the wrong one, but there you go. Right, let's go for the last one. Sorry about that, guys. My camera died. So, the final question we have is... Would I rather be attacked by 150 duck-sized horses? So, duck size is around about... So, horses that are this big. this big, but there's 50 of them. And they're all attacking me. Or be attacked by one horse-sized duck, which I can't even show that. That would be like, oh. I'm going to say 50 duck-sized horses, and this is why. Because at least you can kick them out the way. I know that sounds mean. No animal cruelty here. But you could get them away. You can close your door. They're not going to knock down the door. However, and also, it's just the hooves kicking you. They're not bigger than you, so they can't trample you as long as you don't fall over. I mean, they can stub your toe, but that's about it. But being attacked by one horse-sized duck, they can peck you, they can flap at you. I mean, swans do enough damage. You don't. Such a random question. But I'm guessing, yeah, a lot of people went with me. A lot of people went with me because, yeah, bad. That's just bad. I think we got, because that one was quite quick. I think we've got time for one more. Right, here you go. Here's the dodgy one. If you were trapped in a cave with your pet, would you rather sacrifice your pet so you can eat, or sacrifice parts of your body so you can both eat? Oh, God. Why do I have to end it on a morbid one? Because, yeah. Now, if it's going to say my pet, well, obviously it would be one of my pet. It would be all of them, wouldn't it? Parrots don't eat meat, though. This is the thing. I couldn't do it. I couldn't look my poor Amazon parrot in the eye and say, I'm going to eat you. Like, in all seriousness. To be fair, I do mock her for going in because she's silly and she tries to get into the oven at my house because she's silly, and I don't think she realises it's a hot oven. And I have to save her on numerous occasions as she tries to get in my dishwasher as well. But, and I do say, one of these days you're going to end up being a roast. But I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I could not do it. No, I couldn't. I'd rather starve. I actually rather starve than eat my own parrot. To eat my For those of you who don't know, I do have a pet parrot. I have budgies. I have a conure as well. But my Amazon parrot, who is called Gertie, well, Gertrude when she's naughty, she's been with me since I was 10 years old, and I'm 29 now. So she has been with me for like 19 years. So that's a perspective for you. She's been my best friend for 19 years. She's a part of the family. So me and her are like there is no, you have to like the bird or you just have to deal with the bird. That's it. If you don't, then the door's there. Simple as that. She's not going anywhere. I couldn't do it. I could not. No, I couldn't. I just couldn't. I love her too much. I love it. It's actually upsetting me, actually thinking of the idea of it. No, I couldn't do it. And I don't know how. I mean, I don't know, like, look at your pets now, guys. Seriously, could you do it? Let me think. You know what? Because I've got a parrot, I may as well. My knees are terrible. My knees ache. My knees creak. Wouldn't surprise me if I end up having knee replacements at one point because my knees are that bad. It's just part of a family trade, apparently. I think I'd rather chop off at least one leg because my calf muscles are huge. So, yeah, we're going to get a lot of sustenance out of that. That's fine. That's fine. We can do that. And I can have a peg leg. That'd be cool. Then I'm a proper pirate. Proper pirate then. But no, I couldn't. Only 47%. 53% of you out there would sacrifice your own pet so you can eat? I'm sorry, I can't talk to you. I just can't, because I just don't understand. I understand the cold logic of it, I do, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I just can't. Like, look your pet in the eyes and say that you're going to eat them. Like, and be all serious about it. Can you do it? Could you? I don't think you could. Comment it down below if you guys could actually think you could do it. I couldn't. I just can't. Because she's my best mate and I love her to bits. And I don't know where I'd be without her, because she's been through every struggle that I've been through in my entire life, and I love her so much. So I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. Anyway, guys, that is the last question. Let me know how you guys did down below. I quite enjoyed doing this again. It was something different. I wanted to do something different today. I don't know why. I wasn't feeling up to doing the usual schedule, so I thought I'd do a bit of this. Anyway, guys, if you liked today's video, please like, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys know exactly when I'm uploading, exactly when I am. Well, hopefully I'll come back streaming at one point. I've just been busy. Anyway, guys, as well, if you've got any other suggestions for guest games or stuff like this, let me know and we'll give it a go. I always listen to comments. Also, guys, if you want, again, to see the previous episode, or the push the button as well, is another one that I did. Again, link in the description below. Anyway, guys, I've chatted on enough as per normal. I will see you in the next episode. But remember, guys, chat on!